Welcome back to Prison Architect, everybody. Welcome back to Morningwood, where last time we built this restaurant, okay? Now, Sensational TKO has shown his displeasure at our restaurant. Okay, so boo Sensational TKO, boo. That's what I say to you. We're going to make this restaurant look fancy. We're going to make this restaurant so fancy that Sensational TKO is going to want to bring his mother here. That is just how fancy we're going to make it, okay? So that's the first thing we're going to do. Now, first things first, we don't have any staff for the restaurant, okay? And I think a restaurant of this size and capacity is going to need 3 cooks, okay? Because we've got 3 cookers, we've got two freezers, we've got the sink as well. Someone needs to do a bit of KP, and of course we've got this nice staff room for them to come and relax in, So I think 3 chefs will be nice. I think it's the perfect number for a restaurant this size. Of course, all of our guys, they've come here for food this morning, and because we've only just hired the chefs, none of the food is ready. So they are probably going to be hungry today, but because they've got a lot of free time, a bit of work time as well, but a lot of free time, they may be able to come and, get some of the food that gets put out over the course of the day. So we won't worry too much about that. They can, of course, come and get lunch as well. Don't forget we've got lunchtime scheduled. Now, the other thing we need to do is get a couple of janitors, all right? We're going to get 3 janitors for now, okay? Because this place is an absolute mess. I mean, look at it. It's a state. And it's just because we don't have anybody running around to look after the place, okay? So we're going to aim to do 2 things today. The first is we're going to finish decorating our restaurant, okay? The second, we're going to start putting down some of the road materials and things, Get some of the ground around this area looking good so that we can start dealing with this new housing district that we're going to build. Okay, now this is going to be the low quality accommodation, of course, so we'll probably just do a bedroom, a lounge, and some kind of bathroom, like a shower room. Maybe a little laundry room as well. I haven't decided yet. I mean, it could be good to give them a little utility room, but then perhaps the poor people need to use a laundrette, Maybe we'll give them a laundrette they can use instead, so that it's only the slightly fancier houses that end up with the laundries and all of the fun stuff that they can do. So let's get to decorating this canteen. Now, we do probably need some kind of guard presence in the canteen every now and then. I'm going to move the garden here so I can do some building and stuff, just so I can see what the hell is going on. But I think the first thing we need to do is get some carpets down, right? So let's have a little think. This is going to be a pretty swanky restaurant, so I think a nice dark blue carpet will work well. But what we're actually going to do is leave it's going to be a little bit awkward, especially as we've got the tables here and I can't really see what it is I'm doing. But we're going to leave a little board around the outside edge. Okay, here we go. Look, now we can see what we're doing. That's better. That's. I mean, why couldn't it be like that before? It's better than when we didn't have any lights, of course, and I was being a bit of a dunce. But then round the outside edge, we're going to put a nice dark wood, okay? Because I just think it's going to look nice. It's going to look like the carpet's been kind of framed by a nice, when they put a metal rim around the edge, and then underneath you've just got the wooden floor, which is it does look great. What is this guy doing? You are not allowed in the kitchen, my friend. That is not something that is going to happen. He is complaining about exercise though, so maybe just for now, just to keep him happy, him specifically, we'll give him a couple of workbenches out in the back garden, so he can have one there, just looking out over the lake, which will be nice. It's a good view. He can watch the ducks. Hey now, hey. You should not be in here. Oh. Okay. That's fair enough. I'm not surprised he's in there. We hadn't set the deployment on that area, and that's absolutely fine. Go on, get out of there, Avery. Let's just open this door for him. We don't want him getting in trouble, for our stupidity, so we'll let him out. It's absolutely fine. Right, so we've got our flooring materials down. Now I think the next thing we need to do is start tarting this place up a little bit. Okay? Now what says fancy restaurant more than, let's have a little look. What have we got? A drinks machine. Okay? a nice drinks machine right next to the the other cool drinks machines over here. We could also put a snack vending machine. Could be kind of nice. But I think we're going to save the snack vending machine. Instead, we're going to put an orange juicer and a juice serving table. I mean, is the juice serving table what we've got there? It is. Okay. So I guess we need the orange juicer now. Let's have a little look. See, we don't seem to be able to rotate the orange juicer, which is a little bit frustrating. So I guess we're going to have to put it up in this top corner here, on our new wooden laminate floor, which is fine. You know, like I said, it's just to add a little bit of effect to the prison. You know, make it look a little bit more fancy. So I think the next thing we need to put in our restaurant is some flowers and some trees. Now, can we put flowers indoors? Oh, we can. That's beautiful. Okay, so that's a good thing to know at least. We can put flowers inside. I think what we're going to do is put flowers like this, and then we're going to flank the flowers with plant pots. Okay, so that it you know, you get a nice welcome with all of the foliage and stuff like that. We've got garden pots. We've got sheds. Office chair. We could. I mean, no, you know what? This is a low end restaurant. Okay, it's in the poor end of town. It's not going to be ridiculously fancy. All right, we're just going to make a little bit of an effort with it. We put a few pot plants in. We're going to put another couple there. We'll put a couple next to the kitchen entrance as well. Maybe a couple over here next to the vending machine and stuff like that. And then we'll get some more flowers in as well, because the flowers make everything look nice. We're going to stick with a blue theme, okay? And we're going to go for the corners. All right, the corners. Every corner that doesn't seem to have something in it is going to have some flowers in it. All right, just like that. So it's just add a little bit of decoration to the place. You know, try and make it look a little bit more swank. I don't think there's anything else that we can really put in here for now. We do probably need some kind of maitre d' desk, don't we? You know, somewhere that a guy can stand to kind of welcome everybody. You know, like you get in restaurants. Although maybe it's better to think of this kind of restaurant as a, you know, more like a McDonald's kind of chain restaurant. It's like a Wimpy or something like that. You know, where they come in and they get their food quickly. It is done on a buffet after all, but I don't know, if I can find something which is kind of appropriate for a maitre d' desk, like maybe a school desk, that might work quite nicely. Although there is of course a chair there, which isn't necessarily what we want. We could put an altar, of course. An altar would, you know what, an altar would probably do the job if we had space for it. But we don't really have. I mean, we could cancel these two jobs, and then we could put an altar in, couldn't we? You know what? Let's do it. Fuck it. Why not? We might as well use it. It seems like it's going to fit the space, which is nice. So yeah, I feel like having an altar, you know, it serves for a decent maitre d' desk. It's got some candles and stuff on it. I think it's going to destroy these flowers, which is, you know, it's not the worst case thing. It does mean we've got less foliage in the restaurant, but that's okay. You know, I don't think it's gonna cause anybody any distress. Let's be honest. Now, for the kitchen, we're going to use kitchen tiles. Because what's the point in having kitchen tiles if we're not going to use them, you know? And I think we'll carry the kitchen tile theme through to the staff room as well. Because staff rooms in these places, like, they don't tend to have anything particularly fancy. You know, you don't get fancy carpet and stuff like that. It always tends to be pretty same old. So, for the toilets, though, maybe we should do some fancy tiles. What do you reckon? Fancy tiles or white tiles? Should we just go for the white tiles? We'll go for good old-fashioned white tiles, okay? So that you know, it's a nice cheap option. Oh, we have actually put lavatories underneath these toilets already. That's good. That's good. But we gave them a radio. You know, I think we put the lights in as well, which is nice. So I think this restaurant's looking a little bit better. Okay. Now I did look online to see if I could find any decent like table and bench mods. There aren't any particularly. We do have some outdoor benches and stuff. So what I am going to do is actually, I'm going to build a little outdoor area, you know, like this, okay? And it's going to be, do we have any nice fencing? I suppose not. Looks like we've only got the standard fencing. I might see if we can get a different fencing mob. Maybe we can find like some nicer fencing, you know, maybe like a white picket fence, something like that. Someone may have made one of those. Probably not, but we can soon find out, can't we? It's either that or we could just deck over this area, you know. It doesn't look like we can deck it because wooden floor is indoor only. Mosaic tiles are indoor only. What about dark wood? Dark wood lets us go anywhere, which is quite nice. So we could kind of just deck over this area, you know, like this. We did talk about building a cool room for the cold storage. How big did the cold storage need to be? Because what I think we might do is just shunt it onto the end of the staff room down here, and stick a door on so that they can get in and out, you know, easily enough. There's only access from one particular area, so it only needs to be 4x3. That's pretty good actually. You know what? We're going to do that. Okay, we're going to extend this staff room out slightly. So that would be the maximum size of the room, and there's the extra wall like that. And then for the materials, we're gonna put some wooden decking down like this, and then we're gonna extend it down to here. I think I'm kind of tempted to put a little bit of fencing here, but not like a. No, you know what? Let's leave it. Let's not put the fencing there. Instead, we're gonna fence it off with a more natural solution. Okay, we're gonna use some lights. In fact, we're going to put lights on the corners like this, and one on either side of the door because I think that'll look nice. Oh yes, look at this floor. Oh, it looks so cool when it doesn't have the pattern on top of it. Oh, I wonder if there's a way that we can turn off these silly patterns. You know, it messes with our nice floor designs at the end of the day. But then I think we're gonna fence people in this little back area using bushes. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, that looks really stupid, doesn't it? I'm not the only person who thinks that looks really stupid, right? I mean, we could use that. I guess we could just go for like plants as well. Maybe just the flowers. Plants look pretty nice. What about these plants? Okay, well, I'm glad to say that we can't rotate these ones to stupid angles, which is fair enough. But I mean, this. I don't really know what I was expecting, but that just looks wrong, you know? It just looks kind of wrong. That doesn't look any better particularly. That's the only angle that it actually looks right to me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm being picky. You know, let me know. Let me know if it looks right or wrong to you when I rotate it like that. I think we need to chop down this tree. Yep, we need to dismantle a tree. Oh, for fuck's sake. I really get annoyed with the fact that we can't, you know, set up a job like that. I'm now going to have to wait until this tree gets chopped down. Thankfully, there is a guy on hand to do it almost instantly for me, so I can speed up, and that will happen nice and quickly. But yeah, like I said, we're going to make a bit of natural fencing because it's just going to look nicer that way. Okay, and then we've got these wooden benches and stuff, which is quite nice, so people can come and sit down and you know, have a nice little relaxation. Is anybody going to get rid of that stump for me? Anybody? Does anybody want to come and be my stumpy hero? There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so now we can actually put down these new benches. Where are they? Here we are. So we've got a small wooden table, and each wooden table can have like 2 benches round it. So I think we're going to put one bench here. All right, so that's going to be nice. I think we'll put one bench here. Another bench just here. And actually, you know what? I think that's fine. What we will do, I mean, these are tables, not benches, sorry. What we will do is just put one bench down on its own like that, away from any tables, okay? Somewhere that people can come and sit. I think we'll do the same down here as well, maybe. No, actually, we don't need to down there. There's enough space kind of taken up with the rest of these benches. And then we'll continue some of the blue flower theme, perhaps. Maybe just there. Maybe that's the only blue flower that we need to put outside. We need to finish off this plant pot fence, I guess you could call it. It's kind of nice. I think it looks a lot nicer than having an actual fence there, right? I mean, it's not just me. It's like I say, it's supposed to be like a little outdoor dining area where people can come and just kind of sit and chillax, you know, enjoy some of the fresh outdoor air. Now, we still have a prisoner who can't be assigned a cell. The reason he can't be assigned a cell is because he needs to go to solitary. Okay, and we haven't built a solitary at the moment. What we might need to do is just kind of build a bit of a makeshift solitary to keep them in for now. Maybe, gosh, I don't even know where we could put a solitary right now. Perhaps, I mean, we could turn one of these bedrooms into a solitary, couldn't we? That could be an idea. Should we do that for now? All right, we're just going to do that for now. It's not really the most, it's not the most daunting solitary in the world, it's got to be said. But it does at least work as a solitary. And so I'm not too fussed. You know, it's absolutely fine. We'll get them through the system, and at some point we will think about what we want to do with a solitary. Because I think what we're going to do with solitary, right, is we're going to make like the most intimidating looking building possible to do our solitary in, so that people really, really don't want to go to solitary. You know, we want to make it as fearsome looking as possible. We just want to turn people off the idea of ending up in solitary in our prison. Okay, it's not something that we want to be encouraging. And I think the best way to do that, like I say, is to build solitary in a really intimidating fashion. A way that, you know, when people look at it from the outside, they're like, God damn, I don't want to go anywhere near that building. Oh, you know what? I've done this wrong. I've actually done this totally wrong. This needs to be concrete tiles, not grass. This needs to be grass. You know what? Let's just tart up the... Oh, for God's sake. So it begins. Let's go and find out what's happened, shall we, before we finish up. It looks like somebody has died in this block. Possibly because our guard was too busy taking Chung into the solitary. I mean, like I say, I didn't want to have to put a CCTV camera in, but it is starting to look like, oh shit, he overdosed. Oh fuck! It's because we haven't got a medical centre yet. Oh shit. Okay, well, you know what? Next time we come back, I think we're going to build a medical centre. Okay, we're going to build the medical centre around here somewhere. All right, and we're going to do this medical centre in the shape of a cross. Like, you know, like I mean, not like that. That is pretty freaking awful. But you know what I mean? Like like the giant kind of red cross that you see when you know that you associate with people being helped by other people and stuff like that. Yeah, that's going to be the shape of our hospital. Okay, it's going to be a beautiful thing. People are going to be able to look at it. There we go. That's a bit better. People are going to be able to look at it from above and go, yeah, that's definitely a hospital. I totally agree. We'll be able to have a few separate wards and stuff like that. And maybe, you know, we'll do a couple of little outhouse buildings so we can have its own power generation system. But I'm pretty sad because honestly, like, it's a shame that poor old whatever his face happened to overdose. You know, I wasn't expecting that to happen, especially not this early on. But we have at least got a cold storage now, so you know what? We'll move on. I'll get over it pretty quickly as well. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Next time we come back, we're gonna do this cold storage area. Okay, we have to put it adjacent to some kind of air conditioner, and I don't really know what that means. I'm sure we can find out next time. It's probably in utilities somewhere. No, I don't. Is it a room? Is it a room? No, it's not a room. So I'll figure that out next time. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to press the like button. Yeah, that would be wonderful. Don't forget to press the subscribe button as well. Leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking of our little village so far. And I will see you in the next video.